The overall deep idea with Workday is to take a familiar space, that's human capital management, financial management, but really to take a modern approach. So we're after building modern enterprise applications, and I think that happens on a couple of different levels. A lot of it has to do with the technology. We're trying to use newer technology than just relational client server. We are completely embracing the delivery model of software as a service, and probably the most interesting value point really is taking the chance to rewrite applications again with ideas that are built up over the years, so that we get human capital management, financial management applications that do things a bit differently and hopefully deliver a bit more value to the people trying to use them. Because I think simplicity is an important theme on just many levels, and I certainly with respect to the user interface, it's an overriding theme. But just in general, trying to make these applications as simple as you can, not only from the user's perspective but from the vendor's perspective. And I think that's the big shift. If a big part of what we want to bring is applications that don't get stuck and can continue to move and evolve over time. And so that means, to us anyway, frequent continuous updates and keeping all our customers current. And to do that, you really need an infrastructure that goes along with that. If you've got a super heavy infrastructure, you're going to suffer as a vendor to take all your users along for the ride. And so you want to use technology to make it as simple as possible. So there's different approaches to kind of, what level of re-architecting you have to do. But I think what you have to find is sort of new tech paradigms that work to have the application be something that could be managed and for continuous change. And I'm not exactly certain that's what we were thinking about in the old on-premise days. I think in the in my previous life, I think we were thinking about writing applications that met the list of functionality that you had to have. That was one aspect of the client-server days. And then the other one was to make sure that we had customization capabilities that could make these applications fully fit the complex enterprises that they needed. And those are reasonable things to think about, but I think the thing that we put off is how do you live with these applications over time? And that is much more the front and center paradigm right now. It's not that you can ignore, it's not that we can't have feature-rich applications. Workday has to compete against the same feature set that the other vendors have, because enterprises still have demanding functionality. But we've just made it a priority to have whatever it is that we build be able to move forward, and that means you have to bring in simplicity. I think today's workforce sort of demands direct information. They're used to self-service information. If they think it's dumb if they know you've got an enterprise system and they can't get into it, or if they can get into it but they can't use it.